Hello, YouTube. This is Mr. Talent Washington, and this is an introduction to my 2007 Ford Focus SES. This is my everyday get around from point A to B car. It is a 5 speed stick shift, and this is I guess you can say, like the racing package. It has the spoil up top, it has the 16-inch rims, and it has the CD changer inside, and the controls mounted to the steering wheel and stuff. So it's got a few little quirks with it for its time, but it's overall is a very simple car. It's not something that's complex. It's not something that's luxury. It has a 2.04 cylinder engine. It's good on gas. It's a time and chain motor. It's pretty reliable, and overall, the car doesn't look bad at all. I mean, I know I definitely have to wash it. I haven't washed it in a while. The inside of it is pretty dirty, as you will see. Sorry about that. But the car has about 151,000 miles on it, and like I said, it's a 5 speed. It's pretty reliable. Haven't really gave me any trouble. But the point of this video is I have to do some maintenance to the car. I have to do a little bit of upkeep. So I'm gonna list an order of what I'm gonna do to this car in the upcoming week. So I'm gonna change the oil. I'm gonna do the motor mounts. I have to replace the cabinet air filter. I have to replace the wipers, blades. I gotta check my brakes. That could be on the list too. But I have inspection coming up, so it is some things I need to get done to this car that's been needed to get done, and I'm finally getting around to getting ready to do it. Another issue I have with this car is the AC. The AC works, but it's blowing out cold on the passenger side, and it's blowing warm air out on the driver's side, which is nothing but my control mechanism under the HVAC vent. The little gears of the door blend is messed up, so I'm also going to be replacing that. I have to order that part, of course, but throughout my journey on replacing these items on this car, I'm going to be filming and demonstrating how to do each objective. And I'm also going to get around to making a video of, for those people out there who do not know how to drive a stick, I'm going to attempt to demonstrate how to drive a 5 speed. It's not that hard, but it is one of those things that it does take a little patience, it take a little time, it take a little practice. It's a mind thing. It really is. But this is the motor right here. Like I said, they're pretty reliable. It's pretty clean under here. Doesn't have oil leaks and all that stuff. The car has still pretty decent oil in it. That's always something I tell anybody. Always make sure you check your oil. That's the blood of the engine. Definitely got to keep oil in it. But I pointed right there. You can see that's one motor mount. It's one under the transmission mount. It's under there, and then there's one underneath. The car has 3 motor mounts. Three, I believe 3 O2 sensors. Probably 4. It's probably one up under it, but I can see 3. And like I said, overall, it's a pretty good running car. Hasn't really gave me no issues. Cabinet air filter, it's up under there. This car has a closed-in engine air filter. It's got a dial on the side of it to let you know if the filter is clogged up or not. But it's closed in. You can't replace it unless you replace the air box. But I'm going to get in the car pretty soon, and I'm going to start it so you can hear it run. Doesn't smoke at all. Alright. Starts up on the dime. So with this car, it's also pretty. The parts they're not really too expensive, but it's a pretty reliable. It's pretty. The maintenance, as far as the maintenance goes, it's not too expensive. Expensive. It won't break nobody's pockets, but you still have to spend a little bit of money because parts have went up. Everything's gone up out here, so you're still gonna have to spend some money. Has the fog lights in the front. This has the. See, I'm showing underneath the car. Trying to show you that it's not the best video. I'm just trying to show you that it's dry up under there. You can see a little bit of it. Hear the motor run. This year, the Ford Focus, they did 2000 and let's see, I believe I want to say 2006. They kind of did like a little refresh of the body. They changed the lights in the interior of these cars. It was kind of like a little update, but the motors and stuff is still relatively the same. I know when they first came out, they had the old, I think the Escort engine, but this is they had the Mazda motor, but it was like the older version. But this is the more updated version of that engine. And this engine pretty much remained for the most part throughout the life of this car. Even in the newer models, they majority of them had 2.0, but they also had the 2.3 liter, which was a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful. But overall, like I said, it's a pretty decent car. It's not perfect. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm also going to be replacing this standard radio. CD player, it works, but it's also at times doesn't really play CDs like it's supposed to. So I'm gonna put an aftermarket one in. But overall, this car, I'm going to do these tasks that I have listed and extend the life of this car a little bit longer. I want to get this car to 200,000+ if I can. So that is my goal. I'm trying to keep this car around as long as possible. But once again, this is my Ford Focus.